Today I'll level up as Ryomen Sukuna, the king of curses who terrorized the Jujutsu world for over 1,000 years in an attempt to take on Satoru Gojo, the wielder of the Six Eyes and limitless curse technique. Who would win in this fight between the honored one and the disgraced one? The strongest in history versus the strongest of today. Stay till the end to find out. Being that we've incarnated into Sukuna, we've also gained access to his curse technique, which for the most part is just known as Shrine. This gives us access to both Dismantle and Cleave, arguably two of the strongest techniques in the Jujutsu universe, along with a secret third technique only known as Open. Now of course we need to spend some time leveling up these techniques, but I'm not such a foolish individual to believe that these attacks alone will be enough to bridge the gap between my current self and Satoru Gojo. Me trying to fight him now would be the equivalent of a 10-year-old child attempting to take on post-prison Mike Tyson. Sufficient to say, it wouldn't go well. So to beat Gojo, there are 3 win conditions we gotta satisfy. 1, we need to achieve special grade status, or in other words, reach our full power maxing out both our cursed energy reserves and maximum health. 2, we need to master our domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine. This will allow us to both neutralize Gojo's infinity and gives us the ability to destroy a domain from the outside, given that ours is barrierless. 3, we need to obtain the Inverted Spear of Heaven. In the slight chance that Gojo escapes Malevolent Shrine, we'll now have a secondary option for neutralizing his infinity. There's also a 4th, secret, last-minute condition that I added later when I decided it was an absolute necessity, but you'll have to wait till later in the video to see what that is. I enjoyed the fight. Alright, nighttime is when things get a little bit crazier, but we should be fine. Is that Yuji? Yuji! Oh, I want to kill him right now, but we can't. We can't. Whoa! God! No! No! After I finished testing out my curse technique and getting a little bit more accustomed to what I could do, I began working towards leveling up to become a special grade sorcerer. And while I was able to kill some very low level curses, I was getting mollywopped by almost everything else. I must have died like 12 times, it was ridiculous. And heaven forbid this monster, this absolute smoke demon named Kashimo showed up. He could kill me in 2 hits. It would chase me across the map until he did. Fight Megumi. We're gonna third party this. Oh, actually, you're in the way. Great. Oh, is that his domain? By the time he gets out of it, he should be weak. Oh, Kashimo's not weak. He did nothing. That man, Megumi, did nothing to Kashimo. Given that at this point I was only about the level of a grade 3 curse, it made sense why I was getting absolutely clowned on by every single character in the verse. In the end, the first major curse I took out was Aso. And even though it took me a couple of tries, I found the fight was actually extremely educational. I learned that the moment I do poorly against opponents with ranged attacks that are equal to or greater than my own, since it negates my advantage. And on the other hand, even if the individual is more powerful than myself, if they specialize in close combat, I'll more than likely be able to defeat them, given that Dismantle has a high range and damage output while also having a very short cooldown time. You're creepy in here. Why are you just in here? You're creepy. But on the flip side of that, I realized that beating Gojo was going to be even harder than I previously imagined, given that he has proficiency in both close and range combat. This dude is truly an absolute freak of nature. Anyway, armed with new knowledge of how to better utilize my curse technique, I continued to throw myself into fights with both cursed spirits and sorcerers alike. I figured that combat was the best way that a being like Sukuna could achieve exponential growth, and boy, was I correct. My IQ is higher than yours. Turns out that I died or got so close to death so many times, I awakened the ability within myself to use reverse curse technique. And while it isn't one of the win conditions I established, it is a huge asset for the coming fights. But Jesus Christ, let me tell you, it eats up cursed energy like you wouldn't believe. Reverse curse technique is the rod wave of Jujutsu sorcery. But regardless, I learned to use it efficiently, and with my improved arsenal and even more combat, I managed to level myself up to a grade 3, semi-grade 2, and finally a full-fledged grade 2 sorcerer.
The fact that I didn't die through all that astounds me.
It was shortly after that I just barely was able to take on that special grade that almost put Yuji and Megumi in a body bag. Luckily, it's one of those phony special grades, and even though it had ranged attacks and hit like a truck, at this point I had greater speed, reverse curse technique, and greater creativity with my cursed energy, so I was able to eke out a W. And after beating it, we finally were able to satisfy one of our win conditions.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You all see it. You all see it. We've unlocked it. We got it.
With a domain expansion officially in our bag, we only had 2 more conditions to satisfy before we took on Gojo, and I was feeling hella pumped.
Alright, we should be able to take out Yuji. Food or no food. Whoa, gosh! Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh no. The fact this man hits harder than almost everybody. Why is he so strong? I'm out of cursed energy. Oh! Are you trying to scrap? Are you trying to scrap? Ah! Let that be a lesson to you all. Do not fight Yuji Itadori straight up hand to hand. It will not end well for you.
I even got a little overzealous and tried to take on Jogo, one of the disaster curses. Remember, domain expansion or not, I am a grade 2 sorcerer. This man put me in a pack so quick I felt like it was Christmas. It was bad.
Oh, he's beating my ass inside my own domain?
In fact, the next couple of hours was just getting jumped by one disaster curse after the next. First Jogo, then Mahito's creepy ass chased me halfway across the map, and then Dagon came out of nowhere and I tried to make this man sardines, but he made quick work of me as well.
I'll kill you in your own domain. Ah, God. No!
Everybody on my head while I'm down, but wait till I'm up. Best believe the King of Curses will be spinning the block expeditiously.
He's just different. He's different. I don't know what to do, but I don't know what to do here. I gotta run. He's just built different. Yep, nothing I could do. What nothing I could do?
Somehow, somewhere in that whole process, I had managed to become a semi-grade 1 sorcerer, and by beating up on those weaker than me in true Sukuna fashion, after exercising Kechizo, I was able to become a grade 1 sorcerer, right underneath special grade. This boosted my strength, speed, and cursed energy even higher, and at this point, I was able to take on most everyone in the verse fairly easily. Save for special grades and Toji, them kids, Zenin. I even managed to take out Nanami, though I'll admit I only beat him because he has no range techniques to speak of and I got him stuck in the ocean. Given this streak of success, I got a little too big for my britches, and when I saw Teen Gojo fighting a Toji Zenin, I guess these boys just got like automatic on-site beef, I thought that maybe I could jump in and get a couple licks. Boy, was I wrong. I caught just the edge of Gojo's, teenage Gojo's, blue attack, and it damn near one-shot me. Talk about a humbling experience. The good thing is that Gojo absolutely obliterated Toji and he dropped Playful Cloud. I didn't really have any plans to seek it out, but given that I found it just laying around, I figured why not use it for now to shore up my ability in close range situations, at least until I was back to 20 fingers worth of strength. Now of course I wanted to test it out on somebody pretty strong, so I went to go fight Nabito Zenin, and this man slapped me around. I was thinking since we're both grade 1s, this would be a solid back and forth situation, but no, this man literally put me in a Polaroid and then punched me through a mountain. and then right after I spawned back in next to Jogo, but I was done taking L's, so I locked in and really went back and forth with this man in what I can only describe as an extreme high diff fight. In the end, I popped my domain expansion while I was on half a heart and was finally able to take out a disaster curse, putting me within a stone's throw of achieving special grade status and another one of my win conditions satisfied.
Holy crap. That was so close. Literally, if we didn't open up our domain when we did, like we were on like what, half a heart? And then I used reverse curse technique. And look at the range for our fight took out this entire lake. That's crazy.
Excited by the idea, I went on and continued to absolutely murk most of the sorcerers from Jujutsu High and even got Kashimo himself down to just 1 health before he absolutely speed blitzed me into oblivion.
Oh, he hopped the dismantle? This dude's crazy! Oh no.
But having been in hours of continuous combat, before I knew it, our second win condition had been met.
Yeah!
Now having earned the title of special grade and regaining my full 20 fingers worth of strength, I immediately tested out my new ability against Jogo and Yuki at the same time, 2 special grades, and to my amazement was able to take both of them down in fairly short order.
Alright, I'll give you a chance. Let's get it.
Using Dismantle and Cleave had become like second nature to me, and I was now finding new and interesting ways to use them in fights to give myself an advantage. So now with my curse technique having become nearly honed to perfection, a mastered domain expansion, and my cursed energy being back to its original strength, there's only one more thing I felt like I absolutely needed to do to make sure I won the fight with Satoru Gojo. Gojo's most dangerous weapon, in my opinion, isn't his 6 size, curse technique lapse, or reversal. It's not even his domain expansion. The thing that worries me the most about Gojo is the most basic element of his limitless technique, infinity. With infinity in the way, save for a domain expansion, there was no way for me to even damage this monster, let alone beat him. I needed something that could nullify infinity, and the best answer for that is the inverted spear of heaven, which nullifies all curse techniques, and is also the same weapon Toji used to put Teen Gojo on a t-shirt. Speaking of Toji, there's only one way to obtain the inverted spear of heaven, which is to pry it from Toji's cold, dead, unnaturally strong hands. Even at 20 fingers, Toji's physical stats were arguably still higher than mine, and his speed made it so that every one hit I landed, he could probably land 2 or 3. So I decided that a hand-to-hand fight was absolutely not the move.
That Toji? Oh, why does he have to be involved in this fight with Kashimo? Oh, I'm stuck. Alright, there's only one way I'm winning this. Level and try. Oh! Yes, sir. We'll take that. Ah! But there we go, man. We have 2 special grade tools, the most important being the inverted spear of heaven, which was the last of our 3 win conditions to take on Satoru Gojo. Now, even though I'm pretty sure I didn't kill Toji myself, I'm pretty sure it was Kashimo that killed him during the domain expansion. But honestly, what am I complaining about? Like, honestly, that's probably better. I don't know if we could have taken Toji on straight up. I'll still try, just for you all. But the most important thing is that we got the curse tool. He's trying to kill me in my domain expansion? You're trying to scrap? Wow. You're a tough one, man. I'll give you that. Hey, man, let's see Gojo say something now, man. Let's see him try to chat to me now, bro. Big king of curses. Big Suka in this bit. Got you a Kimbo. god dang kendo spears of heaven, bro.
Yeah, you all can say whatever you want, but spamming domain expansion on Toshi Fushiguro is the most logical thing to do if you have a desire to keep your internal organs and or your life. But finally, after attaining a domain expansion, special grade status, and the inverted spear of heaven, all 3 win conditions that I set out for myself had been met. But I realized something. There was an extra precaution that I could take. A 4th, last-minute win con that could mean the difference between victory and defeat. I needed to acquire one of the most ridiculously OP things in both Jujutsu Kaisen and anime history in general. Or in other words, I needed to get Mahoraga's whirl and his ability for adaptation for myself. For any of you who aren't familiar with Mahoraga's technique, it's the ability to adapt to any and all phenomena without exception. Against Gojo, this would give me a tertiary way to bypass his infinity, and maybe even a way to negate the effectiveness of his domain, Unlimited Void. I'm not keen on fighting Mahoraga, especially because, given his technique, I only have a certain amount of time to kill him before all my attacks are rendered useless. Luckily, I had an excellent role model, me.
I'm not gonna underestimate you. You're actually quite formidable. So let's start pretty aggressive, shall we? Actually, that was a little bit foolish of me. We need him to call out Mahoraga. We didn't even give him a chance to call him out, man. Dang. All right, let's try again. Well, ain't that convenient? Hey, punk. Hey, call him out. Hey. Call him out. Oh. Oh. You want to call out, you want to bring out domains? You trying to have domain battles? You're outmatched, young'un. Call him out. Ah. Enough. Call him. Yeah. And then rush him while he's getting attacked. I just can't give you time to adapt. Open. Woo. There's no wheel, I'm gonna cry.
Good lord, that definitely wasn't easy, but it was definitely easier than Toji, that's for sure. If you're curious to see what happens when these two beasts fight each other, I made that video. It was a banger. Link down below. Anyway, now we have the inverted spear of heaven, special grade status, 20 fingers worth of cursed energy, our burialist domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine, and Mahoraga's Wheel of Adaptation. And on top of all that, we also have Simple Domain, the highest level of reverse curse technique, Playful Cloud, and all 3 of my innate curse techniques. I'd say we're pretty stacked, and I don't think there's a single person in the JJK universe that could challenge us except for one person. Here, now, it's time to see who truly is the strongest sorcerer there's ever been. And y'all, Jesus f**k. This was easily the hardest fight I've ever had in a video game, ever. This dude is not human. I refuse to believe that. Not only did he have almost 1,000 health, he hit like the Hulk. And if I try to get some distance, he just chuck a whole fucking hollow purple in my general direction. Even when I trapped him in my domain expansion, he just popped Simple Domain, and when that failed, he just straight tanked the damage. Like, what? I did adapt to his techniques with the wheel, but it was slow, and his domain expansion or hollow purple would rip away my health before I had any real time to adapt to them. Don't get me wrong, I killed him, but in 1,000 years, I ain't never seen no bullshit like that. I may have won the battle, eventually, but he steadily neutralized or simply overwhelmed everything I had prepared to take him down. He completely made my whole arsenal useless. So at least for now, Satoru Gojo is the strongest. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed that. I had a hell of a lot of fun making that, and just given how much I love both Minecraft and Jujutsu Kaisen, it's always fun to have a little mix-up of the two. So if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, a subscription, a comment, all that good stuff. And like I said earlier in the video, make sure to check out the other video I made on Toji versus Mahoraga. The ending of that video will leave a lot of you shocked. Anyway, once again, thank you all so much, love you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.